The Parramatta side in the first half. The most startling thing about the game was the maturity and authority of the replacement players that took Cronin, Price, Muggleton and Peter Wynn's place. They fitted in beautifully and gave the massive crowd down there, 17,000, a superb first half display running to a 13-0 lead in almost as many minutes. Canberra's coach Don Furner at half-time reminded his charges that they were such things as courage and pride and discipline. The Raiders exercised those prerogatives in the second half, losing it only 7-5. Eric Growth at centre, I thought was superb. He made constant breaks and it was just too difficult for the Canberra boys to handle. All the Parramatta side played well. Canberra's team, when they regained their composure and their dignity in the second half, were fine. A very impressive display by Parramatta's Steve Eller. Goal kicking was superb, 8 from 9, and there was thought that who needs Mick Cronin? I'm only joking about that, of course, but that's a pretty impressive display, 8 from 9. But the crowd down there loved it. 17,500 people turned up. A ground record. Price, incidentally, has signed another contract with Parramatta for 3 more years. That'll take him up to about 32, I think, won't it? Is he 29 now, around about? 28, 29. So that's a very valuable signing. A lot of people consider him to be the best forward in the world all round. Not too many people are going to argue on this panel about that, I don't think.
Good bit of age, isn't he?
Gary Growth's great display for Parramatta as a centre. There he goes, unloading beautifully back on the inside, and this is Hunt, the other winger, coming in from the left. But Eric Growth, I have an enormous regard for this player as a try-scoring potential, and his defence has always been excellent too. For instance, the fact that he won our Tackle of the Year award last year and got a bit of a serve as he did it up from Chris Close. This is Growth again, getting the kick through from Sterling and scoring the try.
Chris Close, incidentally, went through the third grade game okay last week.
Fairly large, is he?
Yeah, he's a bit overweight, but still he's got through the game. That's good news for Manly.
Yes, after critical knee surgery. So what do we say about Canberra? They've had a massive number of points scored against them in the last 61 by Manly, 37 by Parramatta. The week before was a pretty heavy one too, wasn't it?
Yet whoever goes down to play them down on their home ground have got to keep their guard up, that's for sure, haven't they?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not over 3 on.
Oh, it can happen, yeah.
What are your predictions about Canberra as far as the future, Cole? You've already been pretty definite about the Illawarra side.
Well, I think you've got to be very definite about Canberra this year. They've only won 3 games this year, but I think the crowd, they've got the crowd down there. There's no doubt about that. Without the crowd this year, that they brought the attendance up for rugby league. They've been a great addition to the rugby league competition, as far as I'm concerned, both clubs. And I'm sure that in the future, I think it'll take a little longer than Wollongong, because I think it'll be about 4 or 5 years before you'll see Canberra as a top club in Sydney.